Hello and welcome on our YouTube channel. In today's video we will show you how you can prepare this beautiful spongy gluten-free bread. We're gonna use 3 different flours, so let's jump into the video. You can see on the picture on the screen list of the ingredients. And we're gonna need first 200 grams of tapioca flour. Then we need 200 grams of rice flour. And 100 grams of corn flour. Now we need to mix that for a bit until everything gonna be nicely connected. And we're gonna add 10 grams of xanthan gum. Then we need 30 grams of sugar and 8 grams of yeast and a pinch of salt. Now we need to mix everything again all together, so it's gonna be everything nicely connected. And we need to put it on side for later on. Now we need 400 grams of lukewarm water. We need 2 white eggs. And now we need to mix everything until foamy. While we're mixing, we need to add 15 grams of oil. That doesn't matter, you can add the oil you like. We add this time a olive oil, but can be sunflower oil as well. You can see how nice and foamy it's getting already. And when it's all done, when it's all nicely foamy, we need to put the flour mixture we prepared earlier. As you can see, it's getting already that consistency. Time to time you may need to scrape the sides of the machine, of the bowl. And when it's mixed, we need to add again 15 grams of olive oil. Or can be any oil, can be sunflower oil as well. And mix everything nicely until combined. Scrape the sides as well time to time because it's getting stuck a bit, so to make sure that everything is nicely mixed and connected together. When it's all done and mix it properly, we need to prepare the bread form. You can put a baking paper, you can put oil, butter, that is totally up to you. We're using a silicone mat, so we can easily reuse it. We can just put it in. After the bread is done, we can just take it out, wash it and use it again. You can see the dough, how nice it is, how it is a bit liquid, but don't worry about that. It's definitely different consistency than the gluten bread, but that's how it need to be. After that, it's gonna grow to that nice bread we showed you at the beginning. And now when it's mixed, we need to place it in the form. Make it a bit smooth on the top. If you would like, you can add your favorite seeds, maybe a sunflower seeds or any seeds you like. That is of course totally up to you. Now we need to prepare 2 boxes, one big, one small, and we need to boil our kettle full of water. We need to put a tiny bit of hot boiling water inside the small one, so it's gonna give that nice steam, and place the dough inside the small box and cover the box. So why we put the hot water? So the bread not gonna be dry, it's gonna be moist side, and the rest of the water you need to put it outside in the big box. Why we doing that? Because thanks to that the bread gonna stay in a nice and warm place, so it's gonna help him to grow, and it's gonna make that process a bit quicker, and it's gonna just be better. When all the water is inside the big box, cover the box, the big one, and leave it for about 25 minutes to 30 minutes to grow. And now I want, after 25 minutes, grow like this. It didn't overgrow, and you need to pay attention, especially if you're using a freshly open yeast. If you're gonna leave it too long, it's gonna overgrow, and then in the oven gonna still grow a bit. That's why we're not letting to grow too much. We need to preheat the oven to 180 degrees with the fan assist, and we need to place it in the oven and bake for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes you can see how nicely, and you can see that it still grow a bit more. That's why we're not letting him to grow too much, to overgrow of the form, because then if it's gonna overgrow, it's gonna grow now even more. It's just gonna be all outside. Now we're taking the silicone form, or you can take the baking paper or wherever you put it, and you can see it have nice already brown color. Now we're gonna place it in the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes, so it's gonna get that nice crispy skin around. It's gonna get nice and crispy after, but that is totally up to you. And now after about 10 minutes, our bread look like this. You can see it got even a bit more brown than before, and it will have now that very nice and crispy all around. Now place it on the cooling rack and let it to cool down. When it's cooled down, it's ready to eat. We found out that you should cut the bread upside down, because that's the softest part, so it's easier to cut. You can see how crunchy is the outside, and you can see already all the bubbles inside, all that air which has been stuck inside thanks to the growing process. You can see when you was cutting how fluffy it is, how soft it is. This bread is a perfect bread for sandwiches to take to work, or just to toast them, just to eat them. We found that recipe and we started using this recipe for like over a year, and believe me, that's the best bread you will eat. The best gluten-free bread. Before we used to buy the gluten-free bread, but now since we found that recipe, we prefer to make it at home. It doesn't take that long to make it, especially when you're gonna do it a couple of times. It's very easy to make, very quick, especially if you're using machine, and it's very tasty. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let us know down in the comment if you done it this way, and see you in the next video.